Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Top agent out here. Would love to speak with you about annuities. If you have a question, go to my site, theannuityman.com, and schedule a call with me. It's one-on-one with me, not some Stan Yell or Stanetta or Stan Jr. No, there's no such people like that, but just some youngster that doesn't know what they're doing. So yeah, talk with me. Today's topic is pretty interesting. How to talk to your spouse or partner about annuities. How to start telling them about contractual guarantees, because most people, when you hear the word annuity, it either equals hate or it's a curse word. I mean, they've heard nothing but bad things about annuities. I don't know how that is, because annuities have a monopoly on lifetime income. How do you have a monopoly on such a great thing and people don't like them just by hearing the word? But somehow the industry has allowed that to happen, which is pretty interesting. I don't know how. I guess business schools will be studying that forever. How do you have a monopoly and not just drive that home? But what I want to talk to you about today is, if you're out there watching this video, you're obviously doing your due diligence and your homework and you're trying to learn about annuities. Also, go to my site to get my books at theannuityman.com. I've written 6 owner's manuals on annuities that will ship you for free. And that'll help the conversation with the spouse as well, because they can read them as well. But I'm going to talk to you today about how to start talking about annuities. Not that your spouse or partner doesn't care about money but a lot of people just have there's a bad connotation when they hear the word annuity, and there's ways to talk about it without and educating them on why you're even looking at it. Because you might be out there and your spouse or partner walks by and goes, "Why would you ever think about an annuity?" Well, after this music, I'm going to tell you why. All right, talking annuities with a spouse, I mean, that's tough, right? It's like you'd rather talk to them about the kids or something. It'd be a lot easier. But I think the first thing that just needs to be said is it's kind of a lifestyle change for a lot of people that are tuning into my video channel. They're thinking, okay, I'm reaching this age that I really don't want to do markets as much anymore. I want guarantees. I want more income. So the first thing I would do is say, listen, we need lifetime income. We need an income floor. In addition to Social Security, remind them that that's an annuity, or a pension if you're so lucky, or if you've got dividend income, whatever's coming in on the monthly basis. Most spouses, male or female, whatever, are thinking, income would be good. Income's always good because it equates into lifestyle. So that's the first thing that I would talk about. Annuities are the most unappreciated products on the planet because, like I said earlier, they're the only product on the planet that provides a lifetime income stream. So you can literally look at your spouse and say, hey, when I die, I'm going to set up this annuity so that the income continues for the rest of your life. And when you die, we'll structure so that whatever money is left over goes to the kids. That's in essence an annuity transfer of risk lifetime income stream. And whether you want that income to start right now or sometime in the future, those of you that are planning on a retirement income stream in the future, you can say, hey, I'm going to set this up so that income stream is going to start when I retire. And if something happens to me, it's going to be for your life. If something happens to both of us, money goes to the annuity company, but I'm going to structure another pension for us. That's really the primary discussion that you need to have. The other discussion you might want to have is, if you don't want to lose any money at all and fully protect the principal, there are 2 products that you can just peel interest off and not touch the principal. One's a multi-year guarantee annuity, which is a fixed rate annuity, which is the annuity industry version of a CD. And the other one is the most overhyped product on the planet, but it's also a CD product. It's called a fixed index annuity. It's not a market product. I know it's sold like that, but they both protect your principal. They both have no annual fees if you don't attach any riders. They both can create a contractual interest rate that you can peel off. So I think that's kind of the first steps, is principal protection and lifetime income. And the principal protection you can lock that in for as long as you want, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Lifetime income can start as soon as 30 days after the policy is issued, and you can defer it up to 40 years. So I think the discussion is, let's put a plan together, partner, spouse. Let's put a plan together that can be principal protection in combination with lifetime income, or it can be just lifetime income, and explain to them that you want to set it up to, if something, as long as both of you are alive, one of you is alive, the income's going to remain consistent, unchanged, and uninterrupted. But you can also structure it so that that hard-earned money that you really worked hard to put away, that 100% of it will go to somebody in your family, and the evil annuity company will not keep a penny, even though you're transferring the risk to that annuity company to pay you and your spouse for the rest of your lives, regardless of how long you live. So in my relationship, my wife and I have been married for over 30 years, and she is a very smart lady, school administrator, does a lot of things, very dynamic, master's degree, everything, but she really doesn't care about stocks and bonds and retirement plans or nothing. It's just not of interest to her. It's not a passion. If it was something she was interested in, she'd be very good at it because she's very, very smart. But she's not interested in anything like that, and she trusts me with that. But she also has made it very, very clear to me that when I pass, that she wants to make sure that she knows the exact amount of money that we have and where it is. And she also wants to know about the income stream that's being set up now when that happens. And, obviously we have a trust, just like you probably do as well. But when we have those discussions, I can look her in the eye and say, okay, here's the amount of money we have. Here's what's principal protected. We're not going to lose a penny. So when you see the nightly news that the world's burning down, you know that everything's okay with that portion of the money that we have in principal protected products. And then, by the way, here's the amount of money that you're going to get lifetime income stream when we're alive and when I die. And for her, that's all she really needs to know. She loves that idea. She doesn't look at return on investment, ROI numbers. All she cares about is, can she go see her kids and future grandkids? Can she maintain her lifestyle and live comfortably when I'm gone, or when I decide to retire and we're traveling and doing those things? That's all she cares about. And, in a lot of relationships, there's one person that's really into the finances and one person's not. And it can be male, female, it's not sexist either way, but that's the conversation. You got to be talking about the contractual guarantees and have them weigh in on, what do they want? What do they want the money to do? Remember the two questions that I only ask. I've narrowed this whole annuity thing and stripped it all down to two questions. And everyone's using it now, thank goodness. Number one, what do you want the money to contractually do? And number two, when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? Ask that to your spouse or partner. Ask that to your family members that you want to be involved in the decision. Have them answer that, and then connect with me and we'll put together that customized plan. All right, for those of you out there going, I don't want to talk to my spouse, that's a bigger problem. That's a bigger issue that I can't deal with and don't want to deal with. But when you talk to your spouse about annuities, just make sure you just break it down into the contractual guarantees. I would encourage you to go to my site at theannuityman.com and get those books. I'll ship them to you, and then both of you can read them. You'll have a good understanding of how these products work, the good, the bad, the limitations, the benefits. That's the first step. I have a podcast called Fun with Annuities. Yes, it is fun. And those typically last 20 to 30 minutes, and sometimes I have guests and sometimes I don't. But I talk about the details of how these products work, and then you can go to my site and run quotes, and you don't have to talk to anybody. Or if you want to talk with me, you can schedule a time, and then me, you, and your spouse or partner can get on the line and have some good conversations about how these work and if they make sense. I know you're probably getting pitched by a lot of people. It seems like everybody and their brother is trying to sell you an annuity. If you walk into the bank, they're trying to sell you an annuity. Your broker is trying to sell you an annuity. Every time you see an ad on the TV, they're trying to sell you an annuity. It's complicated and it's complex. Unfortunately, it needs to be simple, and it really is if you ask those two questions, which is what do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start. But I encourage you to connect with me. Let's have that conversation. No pressure, no sales pitches. Just me listening and putting together a plan, and then us talking and me providing you enough information to make an informed decision on your terms and on your time frame. And with that, please hit the subscribe button. I put these videos out every single day, Monday through Friday, and I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.